You joined the Black Fire Brigade 2018. You were in the second class. Tell me about your experience with the Black Fire Brigade and that Terry Winston.
Terry, I'm not gonna talk about you because that's my mom. I don't know. I don't know what to say right now.
I know you on.
Where do you work?
I work for MedX. I've been there since 2020. When I went for 2020.
Yeah, but I'm more concerned about the flight of EMT class and getting to nationals. The real story.
So everybody's different, but I tend to overthink and downplay myself a lot, even when I know the information. My last time I took the test, I did not second guess myself. I just clicked, and I was out of there in like 15 minutes. But the first time I took it, I failed, but I was in there the entire time, like almost 2 hours, because I second guessed myself a lot. Don't do that. If you know it, you know it, click and go. If you don't know it, you don't know it. Don't sit there and just try to guess it, because you're going to mess yourself up.
Do you believe in quitting?
No, never. Ever.
Why
Ever.
quitting?
How many times I failed that test? No, I did not quit. And two, I always had a passion for this ever since I was little. So when you want it, you go keep going to get it.
Damn, that sound like Terry Winston.
We went back and forth 1,000,001 times. Me, her, and I don't know if y'all met Nina, but she's with the fire department now too. Yeah, we went back and forth a lot. I got mad, she got mad, but she never let me go. She just like, we got this. You better be quiet and come on and come here on Sundays and reach out to this and get on the Zoom and do the group me. And I'm just like, I'm tired of people. I'm tired of you too. Like, but nah, I never gave up. And I ran across a lot of great people and everybody else. I don't have any interactions with you guys, but that. And I used to work with her at Whole Foods. Yeah, I don't know. Is there any questions?
But see, the cool thing I like about you,
Oh yeah, I have a 5-year-old too. And I think my son was
a baby.
Yeah,
1 year
one.
old. He was a baby when you came to this program.
Yeah.
So you went through the course because they're experiencing this right now because they're learning the anatomy and they're learning vocabulary and they feel like the instructor is going fast and they have such a short period of time of mastering this data.
Okay, one thing I do want y'all to know, just like I told you the other day, ultimately you go end up teaching yourself. They give you the information, but they're not going to spoon feed you. You have to go home and take the initiative to be like, I want this, I'm going to study it, I'm going to do everything that I need to do to learn what I need to learn. Because me, I personally, I'm a visual learner, I'm hands-on. If you tell me to do hands-on, I got it. I don't have no problem reading, but I like to see what I'm reading. So a lot of times when I was studying with the EMT, like you got like hypoglycemic, they present a certain type of way. So in my apartment, I had like these pictures all over the place. Like, okay, I got hypoglycemic, this is what they would look like. So when I was taking my test, I was imagining this is what they would look like. That's kind of what helped me. But ultimately, you gotta come up with your own stuff, like to learn the cervical, the spine. I had said cats talk loud. I just
Hi,
random
Nicole.
stuff.
Don't
That's
go
how you
nowhere,
remember,
Nurse
like,
Nicole.
cervical, thoracic, and lumbar, the spinal column. You got to come up with your own way to learn. They're not going to spoon feed you. They just go.
I will say when I was in EMT school, because I would drive a lot, in y'all book there's an audio version, and y'all can listen to y'all lectures too. I would listen to them like at the gym, stuff like that. And then when I would go back and read it, I may be a little lazy, but I would have the book read to me and I would follow it. And then write down whatever I need to answer those knowledge objectives. Because remember, you taking everything that you need is in this book. For your quizzes, for your finals, for all of that. So find what works for you. My class, we all stuck together. Like, look, we was gonna get through it.
That's how it was with
If
paramedics.
somebody studied this chapter and you didn't, if somebody was good in this chapter or whatever, that's the person you go to ask the questions. I had a girl in my class who literally went through every chapter and she had them. And she just passed them on. So utilize your resources. Like, yes, we're here on Sundays, but you still got 6 other days in the week. If you go to work 5 days out the week and you gotta get up extra 2 hours to listen to your audio while you on your way to work and you get ready for work, whatever it is that works for you. But
Yeah, pace yourself. Pace yourself, use a lot of little cards. Say you go focus on like cardiac today, I'm gonna learn cardiac. Tomorrow I'm gonna do respiratory, airway, or something like that. Pace yourself. And I don't know, don't overthink it. Just because EMT, now that I look back at EMT, it was so basic.
Yeah.
It was so basic and so like not even worth panicking over. But at the same time, you panic over stuff you don't know. But once you know it, you go turn back and laugh like, bro, why was I doing all this? It's not even that serious.
This is like your foundation.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. So this is Nicole, RN Nicole. So you were in when did you come to the Black Fire Brigade?
2019.
So
Yeah.
Aaliyah first, then Nicole.
Yeah.
So she went to the EMT program, and she skipped the EMT program and went straight to nursing school.
Yeah.
And the reason that I want you all to see this is because right now you crying, pulling your hair out. This is who you all are following behind. So when Jasmine tell you all to trust the system, when we give you these assignments, it works because now we're looking at a nurse, we're looking at a paramedic candidate, and Ms. Gabrielle, she's getting ready to go to Surreal. I'm calling her by her last name because I was being official last night. But she's getting ready to go to paramedic school. So once you just get the basic stuff, it's hard. Y'all gonna tell them how to break the words down. But go ahead, Miss Nurse.
I was just
I like
gonna
saying
say-
that about you. You know
I was
that?
just gonna say, this is your foundation. This is the part where you really, everything is basically gonna get far in depth after this. Like, this is the basics of everything. And just utilize your time. I don't want you to think like you have enough time where you're procrastinating or you're just really not focused. This is your future, so just lock in and just lock in. I mean, the party's gonna be there,
Yeah.
the relationship's gonna be there. I'm pretty sure some of you have kids, try to get a support system just so you can really lock in and focus, because I'm not sure how long your program is, but mine was 3 months. It was pretty quick, like literally in July we started, I was done in September. So it's like, I'm not sure what path you're on, but this is exactly why he did this. I'm talking about this is why he did this for us, because he wanted to make sure that one, we had something to do. Idle mind is a double playground. We got to stay focused. He wanted to put that money back into the community. I don't know exactly how much paramedics make, but I'm pretty sure they at 100,000. So you put 10 paramedics, that's $1 million in the community, and that's what he wanted, so we could basically be examples for our people. As he always say, you show somebody how to save a life, they'll be less likely to take one. And that is very true. You just learn to appreciate life. You just learn to just think on a different level. And one thing the brigade did for me was my peers. Like, we literally are on the same page and we have the same goal, and that's to be better. That's just to make a difference in the community, make a difference in our family. We can be the breadwinners, and that's what we needed to see, more Black people that's young. Because of course the older people could do what they gotta do, but we're young, we the next future, we can do this, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and I wish you all the best. I don't go off luck, I go off God's favor, and I know God is real big, so if you bring him into any situation, God will glorify himself by making your life, a living testimony. You'll be able to say, I once was this person doing this, but now I'm an RN. I'm completely grateful for the turnaround God had in my life. I was already an LPN. Yeah,
You see so
you're gonna
much,
see some
your
stuff
mental
that,
will go crazy.
man, and it's just like, you have to remember to de-stress. You have to remember what you're learning to be a healthcare professional. So you have to learn how to de-stress, and I'm not talking about drugs and alcohol. You can always go the wrong way, but it's about, you have a job, it's gonna be, some things you're not gonna be used to seeing, some things are gonna be urgent, and some things are gonna be emergent. So it's like, you gotta understand that this is your calling, but don't let it get to your mind. Continue to keep your mind covered by the Lord, continue to go to church, fellowship, however you do to keep your spiritual being at a level, a homeostasis. Just do what you gotta do. But my own thing is, I just wanted to encourage you all to come by and show some love. And I'm happy to be a part of y'all. Once y'all finish this, then y'all can start basically coming out more and just representing. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, we had a time, and it was a nice to see somebody retire, because it was almost like, wow, like he's passing the baton to one of us.
Yeah.
And it was just nice, because that's another thing that a lot of people, I didn't have a lot of friends, like, as far as in the healthcare field. I feel like the brigade is like an organization.
Oh, it's a family.
It's like a, yeah.
It's so refreshing.
It's refreshing to have, no, go ahead.
It's
We
refreshing
talk amongst each other.
Right.
It's refreshing to have
It's
this.
refreshing because me working in the ED, I get to see all my BFB family members.
Yeah.
Like I see people in paramedic school in a ride time. I get to see people on privates. I get to see people that are firefighters, and it's refreshing to be like, "Hey, girl, I just saw Leah the other day."
Also, it's good to know somebody
Know
when
somebody.
you're going to the hospital.
Yeah, because
everybody is not right.
It's a
Everybody
they're
is not right.
They-
You want to make sure you're in good hands, especially when you're the one that's going to the hospital for your concern. Look, I know her. Make sure you.
And another thing I wanted to touch bases on, this is like I said, this is the foundation of it again, and once you do become EMT paramedics, then other life opportunities
Doors
arise.
open.
Like I now have a 4-unit property that happened from me, being a nurse, being able to save up money. I just got my RN, but I was already LPN. But when you stay focused and you have goals, you usually meet them. If you got God and you got goals and you're applying yourself and you got that faith and you're also applying the works of your faith, then you really can't fail.
Wait, I'm sorry, I want to get in your business. So you remember the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember you was still working while everybody was at home being safe?
Exactly.
How much money was making an
I
hour?
was able to make $20,000 in a month.
I'm still working during the whole pandemic.
And it was a blessing. That's how I actually got my building. I got my building. I saved up $20,000 from a nursing contract, and everybody else had to stay in the house, but they actually paid us $20 extra for being in the field, for being around. So they say it's enough COVID back. So it's just like I felt like I lost because I was in school during COVID. But you never know when the pandemic gonna come, and it's like being a healthcare professional. You're really gonna always be
lose your
needed.
job.
You're gonna
Yeah,
always
have
be
a
needed.
job or find a job.
Because in the pandemic, we was desperately needed, but we
Yeah.
still needed that now that it's gone, because it's still, sick people. So I'm just grateful to have been through the program. I'm grateful to be amongst all of you, and we're just gonna keep the baton going. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep the faith, and we're gonna just keep up with this Black excellence.
Well, I love it because I get to see you all. I get to get on your nerves because that's what
she
I'm.
knows.
Oh, let me
on
say
your
something.
nerves.
If Terry get on your nerve,
It's
she
a good
look-
thing. Yeah.
Terry chased me all the way back from 2019. 2019, I was on the same Zoom call with Aaliyah, and I was like, I'm not doing it. Once the pandemic hit, I was like, I don't want to do it.
Why? Is it because of the
Because she
No,
was a
because I
pampered,
guarantee-
she was a pampered princess with a father that was a firefighter that had her on a beautiful budget and she could do what she wanted to do, and she felt like she did. I told her daddy to cut her off
And it's not that.
because I love her. I knew her
Can't tell
potential.
no.
Yeah.
No, don't exist to her.
No,
No, I don't feel like coming. No, I'm not getting on the.
Terry will
No,
call
what?
you. She will come to your house.
No, wait. She will call your family.
Literally.
I call
Your
family.
I'm
She
saying
know
knows
everybody. She call your
Everybody.
family. My uncle called me. Terry said, what? How come Terry gonna tell me to do? Alright, man. She
Remember
gonna
I met
chase-
you the
I
first
was
day of
gonna
class?
say, before I even, I've already did the program, but it was just some drama. And Terry called, she's like, people calling the brigade saying that you did this and that. And I was just like, wow, like it's just crazy how word travel. And that's another thing I want to touch bases
Oh, the
on.
EMS
Y'all
community is
have
small.
on those brigade t-shirts. You have to honestly carry yourself like you are already what you're trying to be, whether it's a paramedic, EMT, police officer. You have to carry yourself. I'm not saying this to laugh about it, but I was drinking one time, and I was basically drunk. I wasn't able to drive, and because I had on my Black Fire Brigade uniform, they called the ambulance instead of the police, and they was like, "Oh, we see you was a firefighter," so they thought I was a firefighter from the affiliation from the shirt. So it helped to save me that day. but you don't wanna do nothing wrong and have that stuff on, then it's like, have that shirt on, then it's a bad representation of all the hard work that everybody done did, you know?
Because Q will snap.
Oh,
You
yeah.
will.
You do.
Exactly.
And that's
And the
not
community
somebody-
is small, like the brigade is growing each and every day, and when they know us, like, in multiple countries, they know about us.
And everybody not
So
here
you
to
have
love
to
us.
be careful. That
Yeah,
too.
everybody not
Oh,
here
Oh,
to
you
love
gonna
us.
learn when
Listen,
you
you
cross
gonna figure it
over,
out.
you gonna have so many people that's against us, but you got a community that's working for us. They don't wanna see, especially our black faces.
I would
Exactly.
Trust me, you
I
gonna
would
run into
never-
so many people that's gonna be like, ew, they're gonna treat you like mess,
My-
but that's why we have this family.
Yeah.
My first ED I worked in, normally in emergency rooms, you can wear like firefighter stuff. So I wore my BFB hoodie. Why not, right? I will never forget this firefighter paramedic walked in there. He saw me with my BFB stuff on and looked at me in disgust. And every time he came back, he never spoke to me. Like they tell
Yeah, they
you
don't
that
like us.
the beef is real. The beef is real.
But why is it, let me say.
Because we
the
break
re-
it into
Because we
their
break it into their
community.
community.
We are
And
the
they're
new
seeing us-
millionaires.
yeah,
We taking over, making
we figuring out the
100,000.
finesse. My job, the
Black
ED
person
I
making
work in,
100,000 a year, come on.
And
man.
Come on now.
it's so
And they
funny.
profit.
It's so
gonna be
funny. You
worth
think it's so much money until you make it,
Yeah,
and it's
it
just like,
go fast.
wow,
Yeah.
I
That's
made
10,000.
100,000,
In a year.
and I haven't made less since 2020. So I just thank God for the elevation, and I thank God for keeping me grounded by people that's better than me. And you know, I'm pretty sure you heard you shouldn't be the smartest person in the room.
Ever.
If you're the smartest person in the room, that means it's time for elevation.
Yeah.
And Q helped me with my real estate. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and it's just being in a crowd. You know, you want to be around people that know things, not just people that's going with the flow like you. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with having peers your age, but it's always nice
That's
to have
like blind leading the
insight.
blind.
Exactly.
We
It's
don't
like,
know nothing.
it's really nice to have insight from older people. Even like he put me in tune with Melanie, who's a real estate manager. So it's just like people know people, and that's the best part about this organization. It's a family. We're not here to tear each other down. We should be building each other up, using each other resources, being the best that we can be amongst each other, building our own community. So I'm not here to talk too long, but I just wanted to stop in and say hello to everyone. I know my girl said she was gonna be tutoring and stuff, so I just wanted to make sure I came by. And
Please come back when you finish your test and you can come by and help them with the anatomy.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
actually
a
want to teach EMT, so I'm gonna see
Yeah.
what all.
I'll get you registered next week. Look, we'll get her registered next week.
I got it.
As an instructor.
Oh, go reach out to Malcolm.
No, I'll take care of it myself. That's what I do.
That's a
Oh right.